All right, today we are pulling back the curtain on elite bodyweight strength. We're going to map out the entire journey, starting from the absolute basics and going all the way up to skills that honestly look like they're breaking the laws of physics.
You've seen it, right? Somebody holding a perfect planche, just floating parallel to the ground, and you just have to ask, how on earth is that even possible? It looks like straight up magic, but I promise you, it's not. It's a mix of physics, biology, and some seriously smart training. And we're about to break down exactly how it's done.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the foundation you absolutely cannot skip. Then we'll build up to those elite skills and get into the science of why they're so hard. After that, we'll lay out a blueprint for your training, show you how to build a gym at home, and wrap it all up with safety and the big takeaways.
Look, before you can even think about flying, you have to get really, really good at walking. And in the world of calisthenics, that means absolutely mastering the basics. These aren't just warm-up exercises, they are the bedrock that all that crazy advanced strength is built on.
These are what we call the Big Eight, and each one of them trains a core human movement pattern. You've got horizontal and vertical pushing, horizontal and vertical pulling, supporting your weight with your legs, and then locking your core down tight. The goal here isn't just banging out reps. It's about making every single repetition from start to finish absolutely perfect. Let's just take the push-up. It's so much more than a chest exercise. When you tuck your hips under, that's the posterior pelvic tilt, you turn your entire body into a rigid plank. Your core lights up. And when you do it right, it can build strength that's actually comparable to a bench press, but with this awesome side effect of teaching you total body tension. Same thing with the pull-up. The absolute key is that full range of motion. Going from a dead hang all the way to chin over bar builds serious strength in and around your shoulder blades. And that is non-negotiable for skills like the front lever down the line. If you cheat the range of motion, you're really only cheating yourself out of real strength. Okay, so once that foundation is rock solid, it's time to start reaching higher. This is where things get really fun. We're moving from just building raw strength to actually sculpting it into these incredible displays of body control. We're going to tackle this in two parts. First, we'll dig into some of the most brutal leg exercises you can do without touching a single weight. And then, we'll map out the step-by-step progressions for two of the most legendary upper body skills in calisthenics. Think bodyweight leg day is easy? Oh, let's put that to the test. The Nordic curl literally forces your hamstrings to fight gravity tooth and nail on the way down. The deficit pistol squat, it takes an already killer move and says, let's go deeper. And the one-legged sissy squat, well, it puts your quads in a position where they have no other option but to get incredibly strong. Now the planche. This is a journey, for sure. You start by just leaning forward to condition your wrists and shoulders. Then you gradually make yourself longer, moving from a tight little ball in the tuck position all the way out to that final straight body hold. Here's a pro tip for you. Use pseudo-planche push-ups, where you keep that forward lean the whole time. They're amazing for building the strength you need to connect the dots between those static holds. And for the front lever, it is all about your lats. And the absolute best drill for this has a great name, the ice cream maker. You basically pull up, then swing your body back into a lever, and then pull back in. It's this pendulum motion that forges the exact kind of pulling power and shoulder blade control you need to hold your body perfectly horizontal. So we've covered the what, but now for the why. Why is holding a planche a million times harder than doing a push-up? Well, the answer is in some pretty simple physics and some really cool neuroscience. It really all boils down to one word: torque. Think of your shoulder joint as the hinge on a door. In a push-up, your center of mass is super close to that hinge, so it doesn't take much force to move it. But in a planche, you extend your entire body out, moving your weight way, way far from the hinge. This massively increases the leverage working against you, which multiplies the force your shoulders have to produce just to stop you from face planting. And that leads us perfectly to this quote from the legendary strength coach Pavel Tsatsouline. He famously said, "Strength is a skill." And what he meant is, getting stronger isn't just about your muscles getting bigger. It's about teaching your brain how to use those muscles. You know when you first start trying a really hard new exercise, those first strength gains you feel, they're not from new muscle, not yet. They're from your brain, your central nervous system, getting way more efficient. It's learning how to recruit your most powerful, most explosive muscle fibers and fire them in the perfect sequence. Your brain is literally learning the skill of being strong in that one specific movement.
So how do you practice this skill? Well, there's an amazing method called greasing the groove. Instead of doing one exhausting workout, you do multiple easy sets of a hard exercise all day long. So if you can do 5 pull-ups max, you just do sets of 2 or 3 whenever you can. This frequent practice hammers that neural pathway into your brain without ever tiring you out. So you learn the skill way, way faster.
Okay, we've got the what and we've got the why. Now let's build the how. Theory is awesome, but we need a practical plan. And how you structure your workouts really depends on one thing. What's your goal? Is it pure raw strength, or is it building more muscle?
And the beauty of it is in its simplicity. If you want pure strength, you're going to pick harder exercises, stay in those low rep ranges, and take long rests so your nervous system can fully recover for the next set. If you're trying to build muscle, that's hypertrophy, you'll aim for higher reps with shorter rests to really stress the muscle fibers.
But here's the thing so many people miss. You cannot go all out all the time. The real secret to making progress for years is planned recovery. Every month or two, you have to take a deload week. Just cut your volume way back. This is when your joints and tendons actually have a chance to catch up and get stronger, preventing injuries and setting you up for your next breakthrough.
So you have the blueprint for what to do, but where are you going to do it? The best part about all this is you don't need a gym membership. With just a little bit of creativity, your own home can become your personal strength laboratory.
Seriously, no dip station? No problem. Grab 2 sturdy chairs. Need to do rows? A heavy table works perfectly. Want to add some weight? Fill a backpack with books or water bottles. You can literally engineer a solution for almost any exercise you need to do. No more excuses. All right, let's bring it all home. As we wrap this up, we have to talk about the most important rule of all: train smart. The goal here is to be doing this stuff for years, not to get a silly injury next week. And this is absolutely crucial. These advanced skills put a massive amount of stress on your joints, especially your wrists and your shoulders, so you never, ever get to skip your warm-up. A dedicated 10 or 15 minutes of specific joint prep is what gets those tissues ready for the insane loads they're about to handle. I'm telling you, this is non-negotiable.
So there you have it. These incredible feats of strength, they aren't magic. They're the result of a solid foundation, smart progressions, and a real understanding of how the human body works. Strength isn't just built, it's engineered. The only question left is, what are you going to build?